For the last 36 years, Miami-Dade County Parks, in partnership with the Miami-Dade Commission for Women and the Parks Foundation of Miami-Dade, has recognized and celebrated women for their achievements and contributions to Miami-Dade County. Coming from all walks of life, these women have paved the way to success and make a difference in our community each and every day.
As the Beaux-Arts Director and Chief Curator at the Low, I really take my responsibilities to honor and advance women seriously, in part because my position was endowed by Beaux-Arts, which is, of course, an all-female volunteer organization that advances education through art in our community while also supporting the Low. In fact, they've been with us since almost the beginning, 75 years, which really speaks to the power of female philanthropy. And that's something that I really have tried to embody and carry forward in my practice as an arts director.
They ensure our community receives compelling and trustworthy information through their craft of storytelling.
This generation coming up is so used to social media and so used to the on-camera-ness of everything that I really love to help people understand where to find the facts, how to check it appropriately, what people need to know, how are you serving your viewer. And then the performance of it is definitely part of the job. Sell it to them so they know why it's relevant. Help them really understand why they need to know this and make them interested in it and spur them to action.
They discover motivation and a renewed sense of purpose by drawing strength from a difficult experience and implementing a positive strategy into our community.
12 years ago, I had a bike accident and broke both of my arms. It was very humbling because I couldn't do anything for myself. But I did end up walking below Metro Rail to get to physical therapy. And in that moment, I was like, wow, why don't we take this dead space below Metro Rail and turn it into a park? The vision was singularly mine, but it was always intended for the community. And to make sure that it was built for the community, we had hundreds of thousands of hours of input with great ideas from the community about how we can make it theirs and they can make it their own.
They are leaders at the forefront of creating solutions for our community and the future generations.
Seeing more representation of women in CEO positions, in executive positions, in boardrooms, in every industry is critical. I think government has led the way. I think having our first woman mayor in this community is a very big deal. It's time also for private sector to say we need to make sure there's more representation, because when you put women in charge, amazing things happen.
Some of our top priorities are tackling flood mitigation, not just after a rain event, but also during our king tide events, and making sure that we're always looking with a lens of how we can improve your quality of life. I'm proud that in our commission we have 5 women commissioners, and I encourage all women who are getting involved from when you're young to much older, stay engaged and to get involved, because you do become a role model for those that follow.
We started at the very beginning of the first term with Thrive 305, which is the biggest direct community engagement effort in county history, which is a way to survey thousands of residents and speak directly to them about what their concerns are and what they believe government can be doing to make our community stronger. And we've been able to make sure that our priorities flow out of what we're hearing from regular people through a continuing conversation with the community, from the budget process, where we have workshops and public engagement leading up to building the budget every year, to community engagement around all different types of projects across Miami-Dade, and really making sure that we're centering people and their voices and making sure that they're heard and uplifted in government.
They are pioneers for women in healthcare.
Being the first minority president for the Florida Nurses Association is a privilege, because oftentimes not everyone get their fair break. And giving the opportunity, I'm able to advocate for over 440,000 nurses in the state of Florida. The way I envision the future in terms of health equity is that nurses must continue to unite, collaborate with other disciplines to ensure patients are getting their fair, equitable access to care, ensuring that we continue to advocate for what is right and making sure we make decisions that are ethical.
They are advocating for immigrants from diverse backgrounds.
I'm the daughter of Haitian immigrants who came to this country for a better life for themselves and for their children. And so throughout the years, as I was growing up, I've watched many families face the complex immigration system in the United States. And so when I was in law school, I thought it just and right to pursue a career where I knew I could make an impact helping families along the way to access not only justice, but also opportunities that they may never have otherwise had access to.
They have worked their way to success, driven by dedication and passion.
I think the opportunities are limitless, particularly in the travel, hospitality industry, the cruise industry, and there's a lot to offer. For me, the most important thing is always to focus on the job that you have today and do the best that you can so that you can be recognized and make sure that people know what you're delivering and contributing. I believe that success only can come if you do what you believe in and that you're passionate about what you do.
They create a safe space for growth and development for the people right here in our community.
United Way now more than ever needs innovative solutions and what I consider a collaborative approach in ensuring that everybody has a chance to thrive in our community. So that's very important to me. It's a huge responsibility. When I think about when I grew up in a town called Huntsville, Alabama, and a single mom who took care of 5 children on her own. And we truly benefited from organizations like United Way to really help keep our family stable. My mom focused on hard work, integrity, and education, but she also needed to supplement her income and supplement her support to us with organizations like United Way. So it really is a full circle moment for me to be able to lead an incredible organization like United Way.
They are leaders making history and who have left an imprint on the lives of our developing leaders.
The future of the Orange Blossom Classic, I hope that it will extend far beyond my days as being the executive director. I think it is something that I want to leave as a legacy for this community, for Miami-Dade County. The future of it, I see the game not just being something that we talk about in September when we kick off at Hard Rock Stadium, but something that we talk about year-round, whether that be through youth programming, whether that be community programs. I want the Orange Blossom Classic to be something that Miami-Dade County can be proud of and say that this is not just a football game, but it is something that our community respects and something that deserves to be here in the community.
We have a very large research clinic and lab, and from its genesis about 17 years ago at the University of Miami, it has been predominantly woman-led. And I'm very proud to say that I have mentored women who have now achieved leadership roles in academic circles, in clinical circles, administrative circles, are really making a difference in the work that they're doing to try to study and disseminate effective therapies for children and adolescents. So on that individual level, I really try to center on the individual pathway of each of those mentees and try to make sure we're optimizing what they need to be successful.
These women have researched our resources with a sustainable and innovative mindset.
I got interested in stuffs which make our life easy. And I always started thinking that it's so amazing as humans, what can we achieve together? What can we share with the community and what can we give to everybody out there, right? With the technology, with the science that we have. Have you ever wondered that what it takes for that package that you just received from where it's manufactured to be delivered at your doorstep? That's the STEM.
These women also share a love for the great outdoors by creating distinctive relationships with our parks, whether they are at the forefront of transforming a park right in their neighborhood.
When I hear someone talk about a Dade County park, my first thought is Gratney Plateau Park because of that time more than a decade ago when I went to the then Parks Director. He was just very genuine and authentic about how much they want to do with so little resources. And my station really picked that ball up and ran with it in partnership with the county.
We at Local 10 really took the ball when this was not a park at all, planted it, threw it out there, got so much great response from Miami-Dade Parks and also so many community organizations to help build what is now a beautiful park
with a playground and trails and exercise equipment smack in this neighborhood, with the participation, with all of these people donating their expertise. And we made something out of nothing for a neighborhood, and it's a park.
Or leading programs to ensure children have access to fundamental safety tools.
Here in Miami-Dade County, parks are absolutely essential for Zero Drownings Miami-Dade. The Office of Drowning Prevention, newly created, is housed in the County Parks Department and really serves as the hub and the logistics center of all things zero drownings to make sure that we can reach a point where 20,000 kids every single year are getting free learn to swim lessons as part of their school day. Without the parks team and without the parks that are available, all the public pools that are available to this community, we would not have the ability to have such a widespread program. It's really important that all of the different municipalities, the private providers, everyone that has a pool site joins the County Parks Department in opening up their pool sites, bringing in their water safety instructors and their lifeguards, and making sure that every child has an opportunity to learn to swim through Zero Drownings Miami-Dade in the neighborhood that they live in.
Or have children that need to attend sports practice or pick up a new hobby.
When my children were growing up, we had track practices in Tropical Park, which is also where my son learned how to fish. And we have taken advantage of some of the other parks as a family. And I think in a wonderful way, parks are like the arts. They really do impact our lives individually and collectively and contribute to a wonderful quality of life as a community.
Or enjoy their time alone in nature to reflect and heal.
I have watched parks serve as places where people have come up with great ideas because they had an opportunity to just sit down and reflect on something. I think that these are the places that we come to when we need to recharge, re-energize, and refresh ourselves. I think that parks, especially in Miami-Dade County, are vital to who we are. It's a place for unity, a place for connection, and I think parks is really where community building happens.
For me, I grew up in my city's park system. You know, my summers were spent every day, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 at our parks. And it created and helped shape who I am today. Getting involved and making sure that everybody has a space that they can come to and enjoy, whether it's for recreation or whether it's for one of our great programs that we offer. It's a great way to stay healthy and stay out and be involved, and I really do believe it can help shape who we are.
These 13 inspiring women are all steering a bright future for our community while living a park life.